whip and I hit these switches, see that chrome suspension. Look at the car, you know who did it, I don't have to mention.
What's up and good morning guys, how are you? Alex here from Hoppos with another video for you guys. I'm hurt, I'm dirty, and I'm hungry. I just want to say what's going on, how are you? Thank you guys for joining in on the channel once again. If you guys are new subscribers, thank you, welcome. Make sure you guys hit that subscribe button if you're not. If you guys are old, long time veterans of the channel, thank you guys for still tuning in. I appreciate all of you guys. Again, what we do here at the shop, what I do and vlog at all this stuff isn't possible without you guys. So I do appreciate that. Thank you guys. Sincerely, like, I mean, deep down from within, appreciate that. Enough with all the little foo-foo love stuff, which I do love you guys, but let's get to the work. Let me show you guys what we're working on, and let me show you what we're finally jumping on. Penny right here. Penny, we're finally jumping on here. This truck got transported down from Colorado Springs, Colorado, or in that general area, but it's from Colorado. And well, we are gonna get it ready for this upcoming SEMA. We got a few little mods that we're gonna be doing to it. When I say little, I mean little, like, you know, putting a few little bolts in here and there. Or possibly you guys have seen the other videos, we already ripped off the whole bed and we started working on it. So let me just kind of update you guys for those that are new. Let me show you guys what we did. So far we've managed to take off the whole bedside and well, yeah, this thing isn't light compared to like a little mini truck, but if that gives you any indication of what we're doing here, well, we got it stripped for a good reason. Tilt bed. Dancing bed on the lifted truck. I love it. It is different. And you guys know I'm all about that. I am a sucker for just standing out from the crowd. And now this is that opportunity. Vic, shut up! He's back there somewhere. Everyone wants to start working as soon as I start filming. Hey, ¿qué pasó? ¿Qué pasó? Oh, we almost had a little fall there. Once the camera comes out, everyone wants to start working and making noise all around us, but we are busy. We got slammed. I'm right now in the process of somehow managing to figure out how to film like 3 or 4 videos all at the same time. Yeah, tricky. I'm not a YouTuber. I'm a YouTuber, but I'm not like a real YouTuber. And I don't have no editing team behind all this. It's me at 3 a.m., you know, drinking sweet tea and eating a pizza like I'm in high school.
All right, major stone shield potions should be... Oh God, I'm gonna have diarrhea again.
Just update you guys real quick on where we're at, what we stand, and what we plan on doing here. If you guys all know, GM has the worst, nastiest, grossest, stickiest undercoating that doesn't even work. Well, that's what we're dealing with. We're dealing with all this nasty undercoating. And as you can tell, we got majority of what we got to work with as far as the sections that we have to build on. We got it mostly all stripped. We sat here, we scraped it with a razor blade, we scraped it with a spatula, we scotch-brighted it, we carb sprayed it, brake cleaned it. We still got to do a little bit on the inside here just because we're going to be welding, but majority of it is all gone. We've also got away and got rid of all the nasty tubes that stick out on the GM chassis, and we're doing that because we're actually going to be doing some dressed up pieces on the outside of this chassis, along with filling in all these unnecessary holes. And the only reason we're doing that is because, well, this bed's going to be all up in the air, so everything's going to be fully exposed. So what we're doing is we're going to try to get this as pretty and cleaned up as possible, and the rest of it is going to be up to the owner as far as what he does with fuel cell and wiring and all that kind of stuff. I'm going to request to have all this undercoating scraped off prior to this thing ever showing up or any other car showing up. This stuff is nasty. This is like my 3rd or 4th time actually having to scrape this much of this undercoating off, and it takes time. I mean, there's no secret behind it. I think we've tried everything, and the fastest is just hand labor, you know, spatulas and razor blades, and good old Scotch-Brite and carb spray. So on this side so far, got majority of it cleaned up. We're gonna still pull this back a little bit more to match that other side, but we still have to take out or flatten out these ugly tubes that stick out. That way we have a better flat surface to get everything all, you know, nice and prepped. We also got all the factory measurements pulled already from this location and this location because we cut cross members. We're gonna get that all addressed and fixed, and of course we're gonna have to, you know, address this side right here because this is gonna need a little reinforcing to you know, really actually function with the shock. So we'll get that all situated when it's time. But for right now, a few more hours of just cleaning this undercoating. I think we're like 4 or 5 hours in, and yeah, it doesn't look like much, but I'm happy. Happy is because, well, I smashed my hand, got a big old fat blood blister, burnt my knuckle up here up on top, welding, and all this is done with gloves. Oh, and very sad to say, I mean, happy and sad, but I took one to the center of the glasses. Cracked. That's actually because, yeah, I was eating and I sat on my glasses. Cautionary measures, you know, got a fuel tank right here. Yeah, we got the plastic fuel tank, so trying to be a little safe. Still making a mess here, but we managed to get all the top side holes all welded and plugged and smoothed out. And right now we just got a rough grind on it. Both sides are done, so these are all good. You can kind of tell where they were at. I had to come in and do a secondary fill on some of them. Some of these holes are pretty big, but yeah, those are all nice and filled in. Gives us a nice clean platform to work off of, plus visually it just looks a lot better as well. So it is almost closing time, so we gotta get cleaned up here. We got tons of mess, and yeah, if anyone wants this GM undercoat for sale. Ooh, all right, we are back for another day here at the shop. It looks like the guys got everything already pulled out. Little Red, how are you? I miss you, girl, I miss you. I need to grab a few things because it's a bit chilly. There's actually snow in the mountains over here. We actually got some snow. Oh, this feels good. Sun. California sun. We haven't had a good weather day in a long time. It's been non-stop raining, which I'm sure you guys have all seen it on the news. But it's been non-stop raining, pouring here at the shop. So having this change of weather and a little bit of sun is nice, but it's still cold. Just got a few things I gotta grab out of the truck. Hey! Oh, door. Let me get that. All right, let's get to work. Right, got all my stuff loaded into the shop. Now, let's go check out all the material that just arrived. To be honest, the material was here. I was sitting in my truck editing right now, and I was trying to like tuck down so the guys didn't see me, so I didn't have to unload it. A whole bunch of material just arrived right now. Oh man, we got some work to do. That was cool. Not exciting, but that was cool. All right, let's get to the real work. That stuff, yeah, doesn't look cool till it's actually cut and done. But right now I'm cutting out a frame reinforcing plate that's gonna go on the inside of that 1500 to box it in completely. So here's gonna be a first sample piece real quick, and we're gonna see how it does. Be a little warm. Everything went well on these. These are gonna fit and slide right into the factory rails, reinforce it. It's a tight fit, definitely gotta give it a little tap to get it in there, but it's exactly what we want. So right now what we gotta do is actually remove this factory reinforcement that they have right here for the leaf spring, which we're no longer gonna be needing that, and we'll be replacing it with a 3/16 box. Never quite understood why they put so many extra pieces on these cars. right here. Rear rails are in, molded here. We're going to do a nice final sand on here, on the sections that we just welded up and molded. That way we can come in and do a final weld all on this section and then bring it all into one piece. After that, we're going to come in and size out the corners here. Once we size those up, square them up, we'll cap the back sides. And then from there, we'll start building our bottom cross member for the Z-rack to mount the pumps and the main gear point as well. So making good progress on this so far. Had to move the truck in and out a few times just because we have freight here. This truck's so big and wide, it takes up a main shipping aisle. So yeah, interesting day. Just cut out the rear caps. We're going to cap up this frame right here, get this all tacked in, welded in place, and get that molded. That way that is our end cap, and then it's going to be our destination where our weld ends. Now I've been thinking on this, this is like a beautiful section to get like a nice fat weld on here. But the problem is you're going to be able to tell the difference between my weld and the factory weld. The factory weld is just like a pulled robotic weld. So I think I might just mimic that factory weld and just continue to pull it. Even though it's not really what I want to do, but I think it'll look the best on this frame. So I'm going to keep debating that in my mind as I'm welding this in and molding this in place, and then we'll kind of figure it out as we go. was in the middle of welding, had to move the truck again. Yeah, more material show up right now. I believe it's an additional 30 or 40 sheets plus some 1/2 inch and some aluminum. This is what I tell you guys. When I tell you guys the shop's too small, you guys say it's a massive shop, but what happens is I lose so much time moving this stuff in and out. But yeah, gotta wait. They're unloading them right now. We gotta somehow manage to get the material in here. We might have to move this car as well. And we still got a crap load of material outside that we haven't brought in yet. All right, so we got the back sides all capped in. Rails are looking fresh back here. Now we're working on the drop cross member in the rear for, it's gonna utilize a few different things. It's gonna utilize pump mounting and also main hinging point for the actual bed itself. So everything so far is looking really good. I'm excited for the way this is turning out. It's actually, and I shouldn't say this, I really shouldn't say this, but it's actually going smoothly. Dang, I just jinxed myself.